Welcome traders to another Invictus Trader Weekly Recap. Today is Saturday, July 29th. My name is Robert Suits. I'm the content creator of this wonderful video, and I'm going to do my best to kind of give you guys a top-down analysis of what I perceive is going to happen in the next week and also the events that took place this past week. Before we get into the video, I want to go ahead and push out some legal jargon. Futures trading is very risky. Derivatives trading is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Please be mindful of the capital you're risking and do not gamble any money that's going to deprive you of the ability to retire in a timely manner. With that said, I'd like to go ahead and start with a 6-month chart. We're going to take a look at the events that took place. We keep pushing up on very thin volume. This particular last 2 weeks has been very challenging trading. We've had FOMC. We have some very challenging news, but again, the market just keeps pushing up higher and higher as the earnings season keeps rolling out. I want to go ahead and point out that I believe that the market is going to possibly reverse in the 4627 to 4700 area. As price keeps pushing higher, I anticipate price to kind of reverse or start seeing some reversal candles around the 4627 to 4700 area. If we go past that, then we take the risk of the 4800 point of control of being the magnet on price. So we're going to take it each level by level, and we'll see how sellers move in. But as of right now, we're just going to anticipate that the buyers have the momentum. We're going to go with the flow as we see fit. Right now, which I will highlight a little later, but the NASDAQ, I believe, has made a reversal candle. I'm looking for the ES to kind of replicate the candle as well. So we're just going to see what happens. So as of right now, price is above the value area high. We're definitely at thin volume around here, around 4600 area. As we keep inching higher, we keep building up on weaker and weaker volume. Once we do break down, we're going to definitely keep our eyes open on 4329 and 4183 point of control. That's based on this 6-month volume profile as sellers move in. But as of right now, buyers are still hitting solid control. We're going to have to respect the trend and go in a momentum flow. As we take a look at the monthly volume profile, we see that price has closed above the 45.91 previous point of control. Price keeps migrating towards that area. 45.8425 is the volume point of control on the monthly, and it has migrated towards that area as well. So that's very bullish to see. In addition to that, we still have a constant magnet on price at the value area high and period high, kind of pushing against each other at the same time. That right there is indicative of obviously a very strong bullish momentum, so we're going to respect that. Right now, the biggest caveat I want to kind of point our attention to is that volume keeps kind of building up here, but it's very thin, as you can see from the volume profile. We're really not bringing in strong buyers or strong accumulation, but at this time, we're ranging it out so far. Volume keeps bringing up. 45.8425 has moved up to kind of accept these higher price levels, so we'll see what's going to happen in the next few weeks. As we anticipate sellers to move in, I'll be looking at 45.8425 to fail. In addition to that, the value area low around 4,500. If that area goes, then we're going to be looking at the prior month's point of control of 44.19 as a likely target. But again, right now, this is all speculation. We have to allow the bulls the opportunity to keep pushing higher and give us a reversal candle on the ES. As we take a look at the weekly candle, we can see a similar pattern develop. Again, price at 4606.50 that we closed Friday. We closed above the point of control, but most importantly, we closed towards the value area high zone. So that's an area to kind of keep an eye on as we move forward. In addition to that, we closed above the prior week's point of control, and also this 45.9150, we closed above that as well. So those key areas were very critical to the buyers to push price above that. In addition to that, we had a big dip at 45.5375 this week. That dip that we sustained kind of stopped short of a market profile generated point of control that was at 45.50.50. It didn't, sellers just kind of got rejected, lost momentum at that key area, and as we can see, 45.5375 was all they could take. Once that happened, price moved aggressively back into value, and now we're kind of hovering right above here at 4606.50. So next week, still going to anticipate buyers to kind of break above value, and we'll see how they're going to target at 46.3450. The biggest caveat about 46.3450, that high was made in the overnight session, so it's going to be a magnet on price. That's a weak high in my opinion, so we'll see how buyers react as we keep pushing higher. One thing I kind of want to shift attention towards on this chart is if the sellers take control. Once the sellers are able to strongly motivate this price action and do a trend reversal, then the next level that I'll be looking at as a strong resistance for sellers is going to be 45, 60, 50. That's kind of a weak support area that we kind of experienced this week breaking, and sellers just weren't able to garner the momentum to continue pushing forward. But they did break that area, and that area held. So for right now, this particular area at 45.60 is definitely a weak area of support. Once that area breaks and sellers are able to push through that area very strongly with strong momentum, next area of interest is going to be 45.28. And after that is going to be 4,500, 44.98, 44.94 area. I'll be anticipating if strong momentum persists as sellers take control of this particular chart, it's going to be 44.37.75 point of control over here on the volume profile. That ideally is going to be the target once sellers are able to kind of garner a little bit of strength and momentum. But until the 45.60 area breaks with strong momentum, and we see 45.27, 4,500 area break, we could definitely anticipate just a minor pullback and buyers continuing this higher. But again, momentum is going to be key once this particular bullish trend that we've been experiencing does reverse. As we take a look at the weekly chart, it's going to give us a little bit more information than the volume profile from the weekly was able to. So I want to kind of point your attention to this kind of balance area that we were stuck in here for about 4 weeks. What happened out of that is we broke out. We had a very strong breakout candle, but in addition to that, we don't have that strong follow through. These two candles right here that we kind of experiencing are just not very indicative of very strong momentum buying. Especially last week's candle, that was almost formed a shooting star type scenario. But even this one, this particular week's candle kind of closed into a doji. But again, once we reach into this 46.28 area and we keep digging in there, I want to see how our sellers going to react to that price zone. Are we going to see something similar to what we have over here? Or are buyers going to push through that area with strength and body and strong momentum? But as of right now, these candles are kind of weak. We're above value area high in perspective to this balance zone, so we're going to be seeing how buyers and sellers react in this area. I anticipate once we get into this area, we dig into that a little bit, we're going to see it possibly return right back into this balance area and then continue lower. The biggest caveat to that is also that the 21 EMA, 50 EMA right in this area has been trending up, and the biggest nuance I want to point out to is the 200 EMA. Right now, the 200 EMA is at 39.49, 39.50 area. The 200 EMA just has reached a very important price level, in my opinion. We kind of were in the 39.50 area for a long time, and this area just kind of was the point of control, essentially, that we were bouncing around as price was just migrating from above value to below value. So as sellers move in, I'll be looking for 39.50 area to be a strong magnet on price moving forward. But again, until that happens, until we have a solid rejection candle on the weekly, I'm still going to respect the buyers. I'm going to give them the opportunity to show me that the trend has reversed. But until then, I just want to point out these critical points or critical price levels to you guys, and I just kind of jot it down in your notes as we move forward. As we take a look at the daily chart, we see we're in a small balance area migrating around the R1 level on the pivots. That particular area around 45.85 has been crucial for the buyers and the sellers. We just keep migrating around for about 8 days now. As we reach 46.20, we see the sellers kind of dug in there pretty aggressively, but unfortunately just weren't able to take a hold. And buyers moved back, pushing price back above R1. With that said, the monthly VWAP is migrating up, 45.34. So for next week, I'm going to be paying attention. How is buyers and sellers going to react as we push price above 46.20? I'm speculating we're going to continue having this melt up until we see sellers aggressively move. And I want to see a similar candle to this on a weekly chart showing me the trend reversal. Once trend reversal does take place, the monthly VWAP at 45.34 is going to be a key area of interest, and then prior monthly VWAP around 4,400 is going to be the next area of interest. But again, let's give the buyers opportunity to show us what they're going to do and see what price takes us. 8-hour chart shows us a similar pattern. 45.60 is that pivotal area of resistance slash support. We dug below it, and we pushed right above it. So moving forward, 45.60 is going to be a key area that we'll be paying attention to. Again, 45.20 next, and then 4500. But again, last week we saw a very aggressive sell as we reached that 46.20 area, and buyers just kind of moved back in, reversing that particular seller momentum. But again, let's give the buyers an opportunity to show us where they're going. I still speculate we're going to be going higher, and 46.60 area is going to be a strong area of resistance slash support. 4-hour chart shows us that price migrated right back above the 45.98 area. The 45.98 area is that second standard deviation 200% move that I have from the breakout leg, breakup structure leg, and we kind of bounced around it for a little bit. We broke it once, then we broke it again twice. We were able to have a strong breakout, and again, sellers just moved in aggressively and rejected the buyers. But additionally, that 45.60 area held, and now we're back above that second standard deviation. I'm going to be looking for buyers to hold price above this area, build a little support, build a little volume, bringing that in, and then price continue higher. So again, 45.98 crucial, 46.20, we'll see how sellers react around there, and then 45.60. As we take a look at the 2-hour chart with the volume profile in the background, I want to point you guys' attention to the 45.60 area. I know I've been beating this pretty hard tonight, but again, the 45.60 area was a strong area of support slash resistance. The fact that we dipped below that, and we only stopped at 45.53, sellers weren't able to take that price action Thursday down to 45.50. That is a pivotal area that tells us that particularly right now the buyers are not giving this up. In addition to that, they just kind of trapped some sellers in thinking this is going to roll over. The fact that we went back above into value is a pretty strong notion that this is going to push higher. Not only did we go back above into value, we broke above value and then kind of settled right at the end of the value area high zone. So moving into next week, I'm going to be anticipating price to possibly range out Monday one more time. Maybe we get a range and just kind of build some volume in this area. While doing that, is going to give anybody the opportunity that hasn't got in to kind of get back on board and push price higher. If we break this 46.3450, which was left weak, the high was made in the overnight session, I'm going to be looking for aggressive push up. In addition to that, it's pivotal to see how sellers behave once we go back above 46.3450. Do we get knocked down again like we see over here, or are they going to keep pushing it up aggressively until they reach a particular sell point where they're going to again aggressively sell? That's something I'm going to be looking for. But again, 45.60 area, I'll be looking for that area to break aggressively once the selling is all over. That 45.50 market point of 45.50 point of control and market profile, that's going to be my first target. Second target is that 44.37.75 volume point of control. But again, buyers are in solid control. Let's give them the opportunity to show us where they're going. But this particular liquidation that they had over here kind of shook a little bit of everybody up. So we'll see how sellers and buyers move in next week. As we take a look at the 30-minute chart, we can see that price again just kind of migrated higher. Sellers moved in off that particular area at 46.34 area, dumped it aggressively, and picked it right back up. We had 2 seller failure attempts. That got picked up with strong, aggressive hammer candles, and that just aggressively moved price higher. So right now, prior week close at 45.64. Key area to keep in your notes. The 200 EMA at 45.90, and the prior week high at 46.0925. All those key areas are going to give us the opportunity to see where price is going. As of right now, the buyers are in control. We see how as they moved in aggressively up to 200 EMA, picking price back up. So I'm anticipating this weak high right there at 46.3450 that was made in the overnight session. I'm looking for that high to be a magnet on price. I'm going to be looking for price to get above that high, and we'll see how sellers and buyers react once we get above that particular area. But again, we're reaching a very thin area up here. It seems like every move up is getting knocked down. We're moving up on very slow, grinding, bullish momentum that just doesn't make you feel comfortable and confident in this market. So as we keep pushing higher, just be vigilant as this particular action as it takes place. In addition, I want to kind of shift your guys' attention to the weekly candle on NASDAQ. It's something I trade periodically, but I think gives us a small glimpse of things to come in the ES. These markets do follow each other, so I believe the NASDAQ was the first market to kind of fail last time. Last week's candle that we have over here kind of gave us an opportunity to see that, hey, sellers rejected this candle pretty hard. Sellers moved in aggressively, created a shooting star. This week, all week, we're kind of flirting around with another shooting star, and I believe buyers moved in to kind of form a doji. But again, we're near the all-time highs. This is very crucial area for the NASDAQ as well. We haven't really tested the 21 EMA in a while. And again, this particular candle kind of spooked the market, I believe, a little bit. It was kind of a warning shot across the bow that kind of gave us the opportunity to see that, hey, things are slowing down. Things are not progressing as strongly as everybody's anticipating. And this bull market is in danger as we reach higher levels. But again, it's just something to kind of keep in mind moving forward. I'm going to be looking again to see if we do inch higher, if we do get above this candle high, how our buyers are going to react over there. Are we going to have a similar candle like over here where it's going to punch through that area, or are we going to have another shooting star taking price back around this small value area that is created in that balance zone? In conclusion, guys, I want to kind of emphasize those key levels that we were looking at, the ES, the 45.60 and the 46.30 area. It's going to be crucial moving in next week to see how buyers and sellers react as the battle keeps moving forward. But again, we all feel that, I mean, this seems a little bit overextended. We haven't had a solid pullback. The air is getting very thin up here, and it just seems that the buyers are not strongly motivated as we have this melt up. It seems like we're walking on a glass ceiling that could break at any particular time. I'm being more conservative in my trading, and I'm kind of scaling back my risk due to this factor. But again, moving forward, I will be looking to see how prices and how buyers and sellers react above 46.30. And that pivotal momentum, how if those sellers do take control, and how they react through 45.60, 45.28, and 4,500. Those key areas, I believe, is going to give us a lot of market-generating information. Momentum is going to be crucial for both sides, so we'll see how things come forward next week. Again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you found value and entertainment in this, and you find it helpful, please go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button. It kind of helps me out with the algorithmic junk on YouTube. And if you want to join a great group of highly motivated traders, please do so on the Discord group. There's a free link in the description. Again, thank you so much for your time. You guys have a good night, and happy trading next week.